Hey guys, welcome in. What we do on this channel is we make strange decks that are fun and informative. And what we do is we also purposely show games that we lose as well as ones that we win to keep it a little fresh and to let you see some of the trappings of the decks. Thanks a lot for watching. Enjoy. This is a mostly mono green deck, but it's got some blue and some red in here. So this deck is all about lands, manipulating them, casting them, throwing them away. Everything that you can do with lands, this deck does. And it's all based around this big boy, Borborygmos and Fibblethip. 6/5 for 2 and Temur colors, that's green, blue, and red. When Borborygmos and Fibblethip enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card, then you may discard any number of land cards. When you discard one or more cards this way, Borborygmos and Fibblethip deal twice that much damage to target creature, and for 1 blue and 1 colorless, you can put them onto its owner's library, third from the top. We've got this big boy, Cultivator Colossus, a star trample for 3 green and 4 colorless. Cultivator's Colossus's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. When Cultivator Colossus enters the battlefield, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, draw a card and repeat this process. We have a Virtue of Strength. Just 1 copy. I got this today, so I'm going to try it out. The Garenbrig Growth sorcery side of this says return target creature or land from your graveyard to your hand. That should be really good in this deck, and I'll show you why in a bit. And the enchantment is if you tap a basic land for mana, it produces triple that much. We only have 3, 4, 5 basic lands, so we're not overly worried about that. We've got Titania's Command. This card is an all-star. It's just a fantastic card altogether in any deck that can play it. 4 mana and 2 green. For a sorcery, choose 2. Exile target player's graveyard. You gain 1 life for each card exiled this way. Search your library for up to 2 land cards, put them in the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Create 2 2/2 green bear creature tokens, or put 2 1/1 counters on each creature you control. This is just a blowout card. Every time you play this, you devastate the opponent in some way, shape, or form. All 4 are really good. We've got a Perennial Behemoth. Says you may play lands from your graveyard and has Unearth of 2 green. It is a 2/7 artifact creature for 5 mana. Well, that's great with this guy, because we can just drop lands from our hand, do damage to our opponent's creature, and then just play the land from the graveyard. We got Blossoming Tortoise from this new set. 3/3 for 4 mana, 2 green, 2 colorless. When Blossoming Tortoise enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 3 cards, then return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Activated abilities of lands you control cost 1 less to activate, and land creatures you control get +1/+1. Well, that works great with like the Restless Spire that I just put in. This is one of the creature lands. It only costs 2 to activate it, so you're not getting the benefit of the 1 less from that. However, you do for the Restless Vinestalk. This one will only cost 4 instead of 5 to get a 5/5 trampler that also turns one of your other creatures' base power and toughness to 3/3. We've got Tatiova, Steward of Tides, 3/3 for 3 mana. Land creatures you control have flying. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands, up to 1 target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste. It's still a land. We've got Troyan, Gutsy Explorer, a 1/3 for 3 mana. We played this guy the other day. Add 1 green and 1 blue. Spend this mana only to cast spells with value 5 or greater, or spells with X in their mana cost. We've got lots of stuff that costs 5 or more, so that will always get value. We've got Titania, Voice of Gaia. So this has both synergy and anti-synergy with our other cards. So this deck is actually quite tough to pilot, but I'll explain it. So she is a 3/4 reach for 3 mana. When one or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you gain 2 life. That's the start. So with like this, if I drop 3 lands, I'm going to gain 6 life and do 6 damage to a creature that my opponent controls. Putting lands into the graveyard really helps Titania, Voice of Gaia, because of the other part. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more land cards in your graveyard and you both own and control Titania, Voice of Gaia, and a land named Argoth, Sanctum of Nature, exile them and meld them into Titania, Gaia Incarnate, who becomes a star vigilance, reach, trample, haste creature with power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control, just like the Cultivator. And you can pay 1 green and 3 colors to put 4 1/1 counters on a land you control, and it becomes an elemental creature and has haste but is still a land. We got Brotherhood's End, just 3 damage to target creature, or to each creature and each planeswalker, or destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. There's lots of different artifact tokens in this meta right now, so you can use this just to destroy the artifacts and keep your creatures alive. We've got Quick Study. This is just a fantastic card draw spell. Just simple as can be, 3 mana, instant speed, draw 2 cards. Perfect for what we want. Awake in the Woods. 2 green and X. Create X 1/1 green forest dryad land creature tokens. That again goes perfect with this because you can use it on X mana spells. Ruby, Daring Tracker. Haste. Whenever Ruby, Daring Tracker attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, Ruby gets +2/+2 until end of turn, and can tap for red or green mana. Just a 1/2 haste for 2 mana, but can easily be a 3/4. Got Deeproot Wayfinder, a 2/3 for 2 mana. Whenever Deeproot Wayfinder deals combat damage to a player or battle, Surveil 1, which allows you to look at the top card of your library and put it into your graveyard if you want to. Then you may return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that part has anti-synergy with Titania. Same with this, because this, when it mills cards, it returns a land from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, which you want them to stay in the graveyard with her. That's part of why this is tough to pilot. You actually do not want to play very many of your lands because of cards like this and like this. You basically want to get up to 5 to 7 mana total and never play any more lands, because you want to be able to drop them with this guy, and then Titania could grab you some, this can bring them back, this can bring them back. And if you just want more lands for this guy to use as removal spells, you got Brave the Wilds. It's a bargain spell for 1 green. If the spell was bargain, target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste that's still a land. We don't care about that, but it's definitely useful in this deck. The other part is search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it to your hand, and then shuffle. We've got 4 of these and 5 basic lands. We don't see all 4 of these, and we don't see all 5 basic lands ever, so we get good value out of it every time. Let's go ahead and show you how this craziness works, because like I said, it's a weird ramp deck where you don't want to play your lands beyond a certain point. Alright, got the Argoth and the Titania right away. Restless Spire to get our blue for this. This is an absolute keep. This can come into play untapped if you have a legendary creature out. But we can just play out this Ruby and just attack in. we can let her help me cast one of these, and then I could play that out untapped if I want. Oh, actually, she's legendary, so I don't have to worry about it. We'll put Titania out. I doubt he's going to block that. He wants his fairy for card draw. And I'm actually not hurt by losing the ramp from them, or from Ruby, because I've got extra here, 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 and card draw there. We do not want to miss land drops, though, so I will go find a land. We don't want to miss land drops up to the point where we want to stop, is what I mean. And we want to stop playing lands out, like I said, turn, like, after our 5th to 7th land, depending on what cards we have out. So if they don't remove any of my creatures, next turn I pop this to get 2 lands and put 2 1/1 counters on all my creatures, and then, yeah, we're in big time business. But he could counterspell stuff, so... Not anymore, I can't. Perfect. 2 1/1 counters on each creature, get 2 lands. And they can be any lands. So, let's get creature lands. Now he's got 10 damage. 2, 5, 6 is coming at you. Like I said, Titania's Command is a total blowout card. So good. Because he had the dominant position in the game up to this point, I feel. Now, he's got to change his plans a little bit. So we're not going to play this now. Oh, alright. Well, there you go. We didn't even get to have any fun in that last game. They quit too fast. They quit way too fast. Although, frankly, the Titania thing really hurt him. So this would normally be a terrible keep, but we have 2 of these, and a green source, and this, for getting us lands, so we're keeping it. We won't be able to do anything on turn 1, which sucks. But it's okay. We may use these just to legit ramp starting out. This guy right here lets us play an additional land with his sorcery. Unless he counters it. Wow. Alright. I'm gonna do what he would do. Just play a spell on his turn, so that he has to use his mana. Okay. So we want stuff out that will be hard for him to get rid of immediately, but we don't have anything like that. We can get this out, though, because he can't counter it yet. He could bounce it. Haven't played a old-fashioned mono blue deck in a while. Not sure how this would fare. We'll see. We'll try. You got the counter? If this lands, it'll put 2 creatures out, hit me at the... I'll get hit to the 7 land mark, and they would become creatures. So that was worth it. We got rid of the counter spell we didn't want there. We can still go grab another land like that. And we've got the quick study for drawing cards. That is not yours. Bad boy. Oh yeah, we're just over. We literally get perfect draws. Yeah. Okay. So this we definitely cannot keep. Was way too slow. We don't need the Tatiova yet, so we'll keep this hand and put her on the bottom. We'll put this out. A little bit bigger butt if we're playing against red. No reason you shouldn't block it. But if I can get value, if you're dumb enough to let it through. So we can play this Borborygmos on our next turn, but maybe we want to. We'll see. Maybe we can set him up here. We'll cast the big guy out. Decline, I want to play that. But now I want to save any lands that I get for the rest of the game. Because I have plenty of ways to ramp out. But I think 4 is a good spot at this point, because I need 2 to be able to kill that thing. I need to drop 2 lands to be able to kill that thing, so... Oh, nasty. Two 1/1 counters. 2 bears. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, now it's all just gravy. Anything that I draw is going to devastate him. We'll put that. No, we'll keep it. Because I'll draw it next turn and can use it as a removal spell if needed. I don't see any way he doesn't scoop right here, but we'll see.
only path to victory is fighting side by side.
What are you gonna do? Fight side by side with someone? Gonna grab a mountain? Deal damage to a creature? Okay. We got blockers. Got big old bears. All to you. Draw land, please. Nice. So we get to show it off. Submit 2. It'll be enough to destroy this guy. He can't block, and we just win. Boom, boom, boom. Take minus 13. You got Borborigmost, bitch. You got Borborigmost. You got Borborigmost. Yeah, I had fun. I'm singing about it. You got Borborigmost. No. Not a good start. We have to keep... So, let's get rid of one of the... No. Let's get rid of the Titania's command. Because this works on X spells, so we may be able to get something out of this. I do need to draw a blue land, though, desperately. Well, it's not blue. But we can get an extra land out of it. Since it looks like he's playing mono green, I'm not super worried about removal spells, but we'll see. Looks like we're both ramping. He's obviously doing much better than I am. Let's get 3 more. Alright, now we just need a blue source of any type. Any land that we draw next turn has us playing this Cultivator Colossus, because we can start getting value off of it, so... But we did not get one, so we're going to hide it still and just play this out. Get ourselves a 5/4 reach body, and no attack. They're going to hold us at bay for a little bit until we find a blue source. Then it's go time. Toxic 4, huh? Alright, I'll just take it. Well, he will be an 8/8. So, he's got to grow it, or else I can finally block and kill it. Oh, for Christ's sakes, 2 of them! Yeah, there's no way we're winning this. He's got 2 Tyrannix Rexes, and I still haven't drawn a 4th, or a blue land. Yeah, we're done. Alright. What do we got? These are not legendary, so I can keep and play both. So I will. What I'll do is play that one on turn 1, then the blue land, and play this, so I can play a second land on the turn. play out the red source. I will play this because it comes into play tapped. I can still just play the blue on the next turn. Not a big deal. Boom, boom. So he's likely to start playing removal if I play Titania out. Oh, well. He played all of his mana. Alright, I'm gonna save the Awake in the Woods for later. If I get another red source, I can kill everything except Titania with this. But it would also kill my Forest Dryads, so I want to be careful on how I do this. Oh, well. Play this out. So we're both, well, he's hurting on lands more than me, but we're both missing land drops. Yeah, everything in my hand is really bad for you. That was the worst choice of the three for you to take. Alright. So now, if he doesn't kill either of these, if I drop any lands, I'll put 2/1/1 counters on these. Okay. See, he doesn't understand the power of Borborygmos here. Yeah. He just gave up. That's weird. Sure, let's do it. And turn. You know, I probably should have played that. Yep, I definitely should have. But whatever, we'll play this. Pull out one of his removal spells. We got 2 Blossoming Tortoises coming, so... better to have him get rid of that now. So now we're actually at a point where we don't want to play any lands because of this guy. That's fine. I'll still get the land out of it. Well, we'll just return that creature back to my hand and play it out again. We'll let this tortoise put lands out for us. So we've now made him use 3 removal spells for 2 of our creatures, and those things are helping us ramp. So we don't have to play any of this stuff. We can save these to dump with Borborygmos when he finally plays something. Alright. We'll go get that. Alright, so 4. Yeah, let's put out 4 more lands. Is nothing but removal deck. This is perfect against that. It's forcing him to oh, I really wanted to draw another land there. That's okay. We'll kill the Sheoldred anyway if he blocks. Okay, he didn't. So, we're going to try the Borborygmos. If we draw land, we kill the Sheoldred. Decline. Yep. Man, your deck is so boring. It's so boring, man. This is the typical black deck. It's just literally just Sheoldred for the win. That's it. Wow, only drawing all of my small stuff here. That's really hurting. No reason not to do it that way. Yep, Sheoldred's gonna win the game just by existing. Doesn't matter to me. So yeah, we're getting into just the absolute standard boring meta decks. Oh, okay. Well, that's moronic. Were you trying to give the game back to me? End turn. Didn't make any sense to attack with the Sheoldred. He must have another one in hand. Yep. Yep. I'm just going to attack with everything. Because I'm not winning this either way. Yep. Yep. Alright guys, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, come check me out at twitch.com/Melegio. I'm out. Have a good one.